Please. I can't go nowhere. I can't. Okay. I'm going to listen to that when I get off here. Is that Ashford and Simpson? Loose me. Loose me. Loose me. Please. Please. I can't go nowhere. I can't do nothing. I can't go nowhere. That stuff was out when I was a child. So y'all, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm at the Temple of the Crossroads, and I just wanted to come here briefly with you and let you all know I'm still here by the grace of God. Through disappointments, the Lord has brought me through, but oh, through the midst of it all, I am still here, and it's by the grace of God. Yes, folks tried to do all kind of things. They tried to run mama over. They said mama had doubt, and they felt like that doubt gave them the numption, like Granny would say, to come over and bulldoze me to the ground. But I am still here, and it's by the grace of God. Let me tell you something. As a public figure, let me warn you, you don't allow people from YouTube into your personal life. Because when they come, they leave you behind with destruction. Okay? They come to kill, steal, and destroy. And I'm not talking about anybody in specific. I'm just saying if you are a social media content creator, you are now sort of like celebrity status. So you pretty much have to treat yourself just like the celebrities treat themselves, protect themselves at all costs from the public coming into your homes, your sanctuaries. You understand? So I've been through it, but I have recovered. You know, me, myself, and I am very special. I'm very special. I'm very special. Yes, I said. I always grew up as a special child. And special people, you understand, we love so hard. We want the best for everybody. Even sometimes we want the people to have more than we have. You ever been there before? I'm an artist. You understand? And I'm an Aquarius. You understand? And y'all know what Aquariuses do. If not, just look it up. We want the best for everybody. Sometimes we put ourselves at the seat of the lamb or on the altar of sacrifice, trying to make everybody happy. Don't make everybody happy because you can't. You understand? Some people are not happy unless you are dead. You're deceased and you gone. And I didn't come here for all of that. There are too many people that are waiting on me to what? Bring the good news. And that's what I'm here for. Plus I got grandbabies, okay? And I got grown children. You understand? So they're worth me being here. You understand? Because you can't help strangers. You never give strangers, you understand, a second chance. I hate to say it. When a stranger has said, hey, look, these are the things that have happened in my life. I used to be this type of person, but I've recovered. You know what? Congratulations. But it is not up to me, a complete stranger, to give you that second chance. Only you yourself can give yourself that second chance. And you can't get angry because no one else wants to participate, and family. So when my children, my family make mistakes, I give them a second chance, okay? It's all worthwhile because they are my insurance. But I'll never give a stranger a second chance. Hello? Because whatever that was that had you in that space you were in when you were not a trustworthy person, I don't care what nobody say, it continues to own you. Hello? It's there. You can't, it lives and dwells within you. You are always wrestling with that demon, and one day that demon gonna come out and say, roar. Hello? And there's plenty of wolves in sheep clothing. Ready to devour you. Hello? And when you are going through a smear campaign, hello, in social media, know about whatever you let into your sacred place, your sanctuary, your home. They want to hit the dirt on you. And so that person knows that they have the advantage to blackmail you, to extort you, to run your name in the ground, especially when they don't ruin their reputation. When a person has ruined their reputation, you're not to have anything to do with them. Now that they have annihilated their whole entire reputation and who they are, you understand what I'm saying? They don't mind doing you too. And people will believe them because birds of a feather flock together. And you got to understand something. You understand that when you deal with someone, and I don't want to say anything harsh because we've all fallen short of the glory. I myself have. No one here is perfect, because if there was some perfection going on here, we wouldn't be attracted to each other in the first place. We wouldn't even be on this planet together. All of us are here on this prison planet because we've done something to be here. So I can't really say anything negative or what have you, but I just know that projection is real. So when you got an individual that has fallen short and they say bad things about you, they're basically projecting. They're projecting. And so if they say some things that will blow your mind, oh my God, you know, that's not me that this individual, these individuals are talking about. That's not me. I've never had a lifestyle like that. Well, you got to understand they have. So the only thing that they can relate to is who they are. You see what I'm saying? So they say you a mud slinging, ding danging, and ding ding danging, and ding ding. And you like, well, I wasn't brought up that way. I was pretty much sheltered all my life. And people listen to them and not listen to you. It is because you're at the disadvantage. You always make sure you're surrounding yourself with credible people who have just as much to lose as you do. When you're around individuals that have nothing to lose but all to gain, okay, then you are in a bad place. You know what I'm saying? That's just like some celebrity or something like that. Gladys Knight or whatever. She's not going to invite me to her house. I'm going to go to Gladys Knight's house, okay? And then I can go back and read her for Phil. And people's not interested in what Gladys Knight has to say about me. But you know what? You got them old dreadlocks and you just them. No one cares. Everybody's eyes is on Gladys. Gladys, we're looking at you. Why did you let this stranger off of the street into your home? You understand? So always take responsibility. You understand? When I made decisions to allow people into my sacred place, and I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about into this place, the edifice. You understand? It is my fault because I was not using discernment. Use discernment. Some people are going to come to you. They're going to be deserving of, grateful, humbled. And some people, they're just not. Hello? So you got to go to your spirits and your ancestors and ask some questions, you know. Like I got a few people who are supposed to be coming. We had some people to come here last weekend. We had an amazing time. You know, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of work or whatever, but we teamed together, some of us, and we had a great time, a marvelous time. So I pretty much use the temple for certain things like rituals, celebrations, and things of that nature. And people can come in and get personal readings or what have you. I've been mostly doing phone readings and stuff, but I'm pretty much, oh, in the summertime, I open up, come in and get your personal readings right here, right now. But they cost. If you ain't walking through this door with cash, then the spirits can't see you, because see, the spirits must be paid. Hello? Now, a lot of folks might not agree with that. You understand what I'm saying? But I'd rather for them to eat, hello, than to eat me, because they will consume you. They have to be fed. Hello? You have to have their altar set up for them. Got, like right now, it's time for some new flowers. I always come in the temple greeting them and bringing them their flowers. They got just too much liquor, but it's time for libations. The third annual, if I'm here and nothing happened, because the mothership been hovering all over the planet. But if I am here, hello, in the physical form, we'll have the third ancestral veneration. And I want you all to make this and incorporate this into your life. It is free to come. It's going to be in Birmingham this time. If you'd like to be a part of it, I think I'm shooting for October 29th of 2022. The last one was amazing. Oh my God, some of the footage is here. We had, and I think I'm going to invite them again. We had the African drummers, African American, and some of them were African drummers over. And this is the way that this is a part of my donation into the Temple of the Crossroads, to do an educational program. Like some people will say, you got a nonprofit. How are you paying back into the nonprofit? I do every year, well, twice a year, an educational program on the African diaspora, as well as, spiritual teachings and stuff. So and it costs money, and so that's the way we gonna straighten that out with taxes right there. Okay? So if you'd like to be a part of it, you got to get to Birmingham, Alabama. This is for October. So many things are changing. You just never know what's going to happen. One minute everything is open. Next minute you don't know. Things may be closed. It's just all over the place. But irregardless, I have to go ahead and prepare. They're already telling me what they want. Start getting this together. Hello? So we'll be in all white. As usual, white head wraps. We were in purple the last time. The next time we'll be in all white. And hopefully, it won't be so much work on me. It was a lot of work. I thank those people who came down. I have to give thanks to them for October of 2021. And thank you all for coming out, for what you did. Thank you to my angel investor that actually funded the whole entire event. I am very appreciative of you and all of the people who came in to do what you do. And also thank you to the facility in Selma, Alabama, because I had a lady that flaked out on me. She was supposed to be my decorator, and she kind of got scared a little bit. And people get scared, especially down here, about the fact that, when I told her, I said, it's like an African type thing, and she kind of got scared. And then she wanted to see like how I wanted to decorate it, and I showed her some like Santeria type things, and she got scared of that. But she was able to hook me up with some wonderful people who could go from there, but I had to do my own decorating. So when I was at the facility getting it ready at the last minute, I had one of my ladies here that helped me do a whole lot of stuff. And oh my God, I couldn't have did all of that stuff by myself, but we got the tables decorated real pretty and stuff. And the lady's son at the facility, I come out with tablecloths that had just come to me from the factories with folds and creases in it. And I was like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do, you know. He was nice. He said, you can have it for all that day. He said, the whole day is yours. You check in whenever you get ready that day, and you close whenever you get ready. And I came in, piece of hair got in my mouth. I came in, and I had 10 tablecloths, 11 I think, to iron. And when I got in there, she had pulled her ironing board out. She just started ironing. She said, baby, you ain't got nothing to worry about. So I paid her real good, because how was I gonna do all of that? How? So she was real kind to me. She ironed up 11 tablecloths. And then my caterer, she came in. Well, she sent her catering crew. They came in and set everything up, and every food was smelling real good. And I got about at least 10 boxes of church chicken to go with all she had already had. Yeah, I need to tell y'all what we had. We had collard greens. She had collard greens. What you got? Potato salad. Candy yam casserole. I think what she had. I wanted baked chicken, so she had baked chicken, and we just only had baked chicken, and she had banana pudding. We did banana pudding. What else we did? Corn. You know, you got to have a cornbread, y'all, and some other little stuff. I can't remember everything. And that lady only charged me $350 for all that. She practically did it free. She had 4 crew members. Then when they got through with the food and stuff, they was gonna take the food back. I may have been rude. I was like, oh, no, I'm taking that home. I want some more of that. So, you know, I got that, took that, but I told them they could have that church chicken. So they took the church chicken with them. And when they left, the next crew came in. She said a cleaning crew. Cleaning crew came. They swept. They mopped everything. I'm loving her. She catered for my Thanksgiving, and she catered for my last event that I had this past weekend, and charged a little nothing and everything, and did a beautiful cake. We had a cake for the veneration, and it had a crown on it, a gold crown, because that's like a part of our crossroads symbol, a crown right at the center of the crossroads. And our colors are purple and gold, so she did us a cake. It was a white cake, all white, with gold diamonds and a gold crown on it and some purple accents. The cake was amazing. Now, her caramel cakes, they're good, but it tastes like birthday cake. I'd rather have like a butter type, what you call them, like a butter, vanilla butter type middle, and then the caramel icing on the outside, but it still tastes just like that birthday cake. So get your birthday cake from her, but don't get no caramel or chocolate or anything else like that, okay? Because she tended to do that. But all her food was just amazing. The greens was cooked in pork, and that's what makes them taste real good. But the greens ran up my little blood pressure a little bit and everything. So you have to tell Miss Lady, you know, please, can you not put no pork in it? Please don't put no pork in it. But yeah, it's time. It's time. I got to get ready. October is just like tomorrow. I'm like, we just did this. We got July, August, September, October. I only got 4 months to get this together. I didn't even have time to recuperate. I'm just trying to get over the last event. Now, this last event didn't cost me but $1,200, but those big events, they cost money, because you have to pay the drummer. The drummer, they were like, I had to pay them to make an expense down and everything, but it was well worth it. So y'all make y'all way to Birmingham, Alabama for the 3rd Ancestral Veneration. And when I pass on, I'm gonna have strings attached to all my property and in my will with my children, okay? They're gonna be obligated to continue on having the ancestral veneration year after year, annually, okay? So anyway, so who we have here? Oh, y'all, I got some like current events I'd like to talk about. One of the current events that I want to talk about is a little bit of stuff going on. Y'all know what I'm saying? I did upload to TikTok. Become a part of my TikTok because I'm a little bit more active there. That's why y'all rarely see me. Can we get the thumbs up? But I showed you all, I did a prediction, and I was talking about these electrical storms where you just don't hear any rumbling, you just see lights flash, lights flash, light flash in the sky. It did it last night, and I captured it on film. The new war, people talking about, oh, they're gonna nuke this, they're gonna nuke that. That's not war anymore. Now, foot soldiers may launch some missiles and boom, 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 and all that. But the new war is weather. Weather is the new war. Do you all know it is June of 2022? It's almost time to pay bills again. Good Lord. Do you all know in Mexico here of June 2022, in a tropical place called Mexico, hello, they just had an ice storm, or they're actively having an ice storm as I'm talking to you all now. Go and look at it. They had an ice storm. And it has killed crops. How convenient. You've heard that story before. Crops failing and crops being destroyed by locusts, pestilence, droughts, and floods. Yeah, I heard of that. Isn't it strange that Mexico had an ice storm and they lost a lot of crops? And don't we get a lot of our food from there? Weather wars. Now it is time to patrol your skies. I'm talking to all of these countries out here because they can send what would be sort of like a vehicle that actually hovers in the sky over your country to create weather anomalies. So, for sure, Mexico has had an attack, a weather warfare attack. And they're going to be doing that everywhere. Montana, ice storm, June of 2022. Fires all out west. Cornfields burning up, and they don't want us to have food. Food plant just burnt up in Wisconsin. And many, many, many more of them. You're going to hear about more food plants burning. Now, I haven't gotten this straight. One source said 2,000 some say 10,000 cattle just died mysteriously. Well, there goes the beef industry. Basically, what we're getting at is this. There is something that is controlling this, and it wants us to not even be able to eat, or they want to decide what we're going to eat. Watch out for that Incredible Burger. Don't eat it. Please don't eat that. That's sort of like a synthetic manufactured type meat. This is where they want to take us, in that direction. They want to decide what we eat and what it does to us in the long run. Y'all know I be skipping around. I'm kind of choppy, and I know y'all said she just don't seem like she really know what she want to say. I have to really think, because if I don't think first before I say something, then my videos can get me in a lot of trouble. YouTube has become sort of like Disney when it comes to people being just speaking what they thought they had freedom of speech when they're utilizing their Fifth Amendment. But at the same time, too, you can't get your hardcore stuff, like fist fights on here and all that other garbage. But the only thing that is illegal here is to speak your mind. That is verboten. So I spend less time here on YouTube because I really can't find the things that I want to watch. Nothing is really interesting here because what I want to know is current events. What's getting ready to happen? What preparation should I be making for me, myself, and my family? I'm not going to find that here because the people who are talking about it, they've been shadow banned. Just like myself. This channel has plummeted from 30,000 a month to below 4,000. None of the old videos are being watched because they distribute the old ones that they want them to watch. You can't just go back to 2008 and watch unless you're on a desktop. You may not be able to do that, or you're on an Apple phone. Okay? I can give them that because it's a lot of videos, and YouTube is probably trying to kind of, you know what I'm saying? Compact what they got going on. I can't complain. I don't pay them. I only pay for YouTube TV and that other thing, so I won't have to watch commercial ads or what have you, so I cannot complain. I'm just glad to be here for the moment with you all and talk about the current events that are going on so you all can know this is what's going on. I tried a crop. It's not even a crop. I'm not going to lie to you all about that. I tried a container garden this year. Things grew, but they wouldn't fruit. So something is going on in the elements. Some people grew things they're probably close to agriculture areas and don't know it. But I'm in a grid where they won't allow anything to grow. And I've been looking at people who have shown their gardens and things have just completely rotted. So I'm encouraging you all to, and my mind is just racing because it's like some things I got to do, about this situation. If you all are going to grow anything, you're going to have you a greenhouse. I want a commercial greenhouse, but they plotting and scheming to get us out of our houses, to get us out of our apartments, to cut off all type of social services. Cut out jobs. Some people, this may be a prediction because I kind of get my things mixed up with my travels with over here, but there were some people who just totally didn't even get paid. They've worked a whole couple of weeks or a week, and there was a system glitch, and they didn't get their monies. So it's going to be a lot of people who are going to work and you're going to get paid. Banks getting ready to close down on you. Your money probably would be better off invested into things like greenhouses with like a commercial greenhouse where the air conditioner cuts on in the summertime and the heat cuts on in the wintertime. Those may be the places. Instead of investing your money in the banks, it may need to be, and I haven't done it, so I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just talking about ideas. But it's a good feeling knowing that if the banks close and they wipe everything out and reset it and say, hey, look, all that didn't count. At least you got your solar generated greenhouse running, especially when you get to the grocery stores and realize, understand, the shelves are empty because you're going to be in long lines, and by the time you get there and they done got what they wanted, you got to pick up over the leftovers and stuff because it's some trouble going on that's not being spoken about with truck drivers. I talked to one truck driver. She said everything is good. We got plenty. A few, we're good. And then I talked to some truck drivers that said, no, we're in long lines. We can't get things distributed. And you can go online and see where there are truck drivers that are complaining. So, so it depends. But I know at the end of the day, I told y'all back in 2017, I said, you ever heard of a place called Venezuela? where they were throwing 18 wheelers over to get the bags of rice they were hauling and stuff. I said, that stuff is coming here. And it came here. Ever since I started bringing all this stuff up way in '08, well, it was not '08. I didn't start really talking about it until like 2011. This channel has just been going, that's just been plummeting. And I can't save it. You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of channels like this that are trying to warn people, but you're not going to know where they are, because these channels are not important. What is important is to continue the facade of what you learn in school. See, all of that we've learned at school is not true. Like the earth is round, and I ain't going to get into that because everybody got their own ideas of what it is. And they can't go to outer space. Oh, we're going to go in outer space. And then you're looking in the skies and you're thinking, oh, there's Saturn is so far away. All of those are projections. They have an observatory center that projects these images in the sky all over the globe. And the sun that you say, oh, that is a sun. That's a sun. Oh, yes, that's the sun. It's actually a device. Where you think your energy is going once you complete this physical body? It is going into that device. That device is the energy power that lights, sort of like a light bulb, that lights what's under the dome. Hello? So that's what you're looking at, that. You got a lot of countries that are creating their own energy device, like China. This is what is causing some of your heat, this excessive heat. Ever since China said, okay, we got our they launched theirs up there, whatever, and some others secretly launched theirs too. It's getting a little too hot on the planet. Weather wars. They don't have to nuke anything. You got satellite wars, space wars. You understand what I'm saying? You got space wars where they can actually go around with weaponized satellites and destroy other satellites that's above us, because they're not in outer space. They're just above us, because you can't get out of the dome. And I want y'all to look at this. I've been doing a lot of exploration of Terra Infinita. Look at that map. I'm into alternative things. Since I've been lied to and duped all my life in school, in church, in these different institutions of learning, I'm no longer interested in the textbook of what they have offered me, because these same people who are deciding my fate, whether or not, you understand, I'm going to have a roof over my head, food to eat, live, are the same people who actually wrote those textbooks to brainwash me as a little girl that I'm inferior. I'm inferior to the reptilian race. I'm a slave race. I'm a slave race. No, I'm gifted. The only thing one will enslave is those who have resources and gifts. Because if you don't have resources, you don't have gifts, you have not been blessed and highly favored, there's nothing to enslave. When we go places, you understand what I'm saying? We can live in a place, I'm talking about the people that they call slaves, okay? They can live on a desolated land. Hello? Pillagers, stay away. You can live on a desolated land, these melanoids, and out of nowhere, oil comes up from the ground. Hello? Gold, like they talk about the gold in Uganda. Out there, is it Uganda? Found all this gold in this cave, and now suddenly they're rich. But they ain't finna get nobody nothing. The pillagers is gonna come and get that. Hello? These are the things that happen. And when you do that, when the pillagers find out, when these reptilians find out that there is something somewhere, they are coming to get it. And they rape the land. Not only the people, but the land. And they turn it into deserts. That's why you got all these deserts all over the planet. Everywhere they go, they leave the land desolated. Oh, so this is what you're experiencing now. A lot of folks hyping up Mexico. I'm on my way to Mexico. I'm on my way. Wherever we go, we're going to take the pillagers' energy along with us. So Mexico, don't let us come up in there, because y'all gonna have problems up in there. Y'all don't let us in there. We're gonna have to stay here and fix what we got going on. Because I'm going to Mexico. The only reason why I'm not gonna go to Mexico is because ain't nobody else coming. Because if somebody was to say, I'm coming with you to Mexico, I'll go there. But y'all see what they're doing to them already. Africa is going to experience locusts destroying and eating up crops. So you're going to be hearing about that. You're going to hear about snow and ice storms in places where it shouldn't be. Fire just going to sweep the land. Volcanoes getting ready to go off. All kind of crazy mayhem, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm okay. Hey, Kay, how you doing? She's the first one here. Hey, Crystal Raven Rose. Hey, Brown Sugar. Hey, Zen. Hey, Astro. Thank you for moderating. Hey, Cosmic Stylist. Hey, Map. Yeah. Hey, Map Pina. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Check. You make me think. Check out that map, Terra Infinita map, and go and look at it on TikTok, because you find that kind of stuff here on YouTube. YouTube is trying to be more of a formal place. You understand? We'll allow the people who are rough on the edges, and you understand, we'll let y'all stay here. We just ain't gonna promote you, okay? Y'all stay over here in the corner over here. Meanwhile, on YouTube, the different channels that get exposure would be like channels like documentary type style channels and stuff, and news channels and things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying? Like National Geographic. So if I type in Terra Infinita map, it's not going to be an ordinary person. You understand? You know, one of the masses or a commoner or somebody you can relate to is not going to be talking about it. It's going to redirect it to something like the Arctic, and National Geographic will be talking about it briefly. That's it. If you type it in at TikTok, you're going to hear ordinary people with their theories talking about what they believe it is. These elites continuously want your mind. They really want to hold on to this so that you can keep your faith in them. But they've let you down. So we're not going to keep our faith in them any longer. Because now we're realizing that there's a lot of holes in their story. A lot of holes. Maybe some holes in there too, but plenty of holes. Holes. So once I find out you done lied, I just don't trust anything else you got to say. Now, y'all can continue to invest in them and everything, but I'm pretty much done. I got a problem with why no one is being accountable for all of these food plants burning up. The president is not addressing it. Maybe he is addressing it, but I just think when things like this happen, I feel like the president of this country should speak to the American people and give them an idea of what is going on. I'm not saying you got to answer everybody's question, Mr. President Biden. I'm just saying, why aren't we having this conversation, some type of conference? You know what I'm saying? Americans, I know you're hurting. Gas prices are higher than they've ever been. You know, just it's almost like the president don't even know gas went up. It's like the president don't know food done with her. He don't even know. Because if he did, why ain't he talking about it? I look to you. I look to you. Because when all my strength is gone. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, here I come. That's my son. So, I'll be, give me just a few seconds, okay? I'm trying to complete this video. You want to come in? You want to come be in the video? Come here, son.
I'm just ready to get that.
Cause son, come here. I'm talking to him, son, about, you know, how our president is not, you know, owning any accountability to the American citizens about, you know what I'm saying, what is really going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Come here. Come just for a minute and just tell him, hey. Just tell him, hey. Because, and I see, Sonny, he'll drop some gems on Sonny, they can't see you.
Hey,
tell him, Sonny, tell him what's going on.
Well, I'm pretty sure my mom summed it up to you guys, you know.
You don't have to be so absolute about it. You can relax.
I'm pretty sure the YouTube world know much about it, you know. Everything is exposed on YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
It is.
So there's really no way to hide what's going on.
Why the president ain't talking about it?
Come on now, Mom. We already know that.
But I want to know what your opinion is. Why won't the president get on TV and publicly, you understand, acknowledge the American citizens that are suffering because either they're not able to buy food or they are homeless with children in the street in the heat?
You gotta ask yourself, why would he do that? If he do that, he know people freak out.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna say that.
Oh, what happens when people freak out?
People go crazy, do all kinds of stuff. You know?
Like what kind of stuff?
Ooh, robbing. It could just be anything. It could be anything crazy.
Looting.
Mm-hmm. That'll give people reasons to go out there and do what they want to do.
Vandalize stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you suggest that the American people do at this point, son?
I say, and like I've been telling you, it's gonna come a time where everybody gonna have to like pretty much get off the grid. You know, just have to do your own thing. It's gonna be a self thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna look out for each other. That's what it's gonna come to. You know what I'm saying? Eventually.
Do you think they are going to leave us to our own devices, or do you think they're going to try to kill us? Exterminate.
A bit of both. Gonna be a bit of both.
So you think some people might escape and get away?
Some people gonna escape, and then it's gonna be some killing. It ain't gonna be pretty. That's how I feel. I could be wrong, but I feel like it ain't gonna be pretty. You see, y'all YouTube people on YouTube where you've seen the movies, all that stuff real. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is happening. It's happening now. Mm-hmm. It's happening in other places now. What made us think that it can't happen here?
That's true. It is happening all over the globe. They show, I think it was Sri Lanka, where these people were all in the streets protesting for food, and they had these military tankers and stuff just spraying these people.
You have to ask yourself this too. When they go to these other places to steal resources. See how we live in abundance compared to other places.
Right.
Because those people don't go around tormenting other countries. How the U.S. government do. U.S. government got a lot of dirt on them, and they ain't gonna tell us everything that they doing out there.
So it's a chance that some of these third world countries that got plenty of resources, maybe they may have gas, gold, all these different things, they're being tormented right now and harassed for this gold, gas, so they can bring it back here.
Yeah, of course.
And this is the reason why they become have famine and they're in a situation where they're just living like with flies all over their face and stuff like that, plagues and stuff, outdoors and stuff, because
they don't really,
our government is going over there stealing
resources and stuff for us to be in the situation we are in. Because a lot of us, we say things, but we are somewhat benefiting off those things of what they're doing in other countries.
We're benefiting, huh?
In some ways, we are.
How long you think this gonna last until it just come to a head, to a halt, and it's just over?
How long it's gonna last?
How long this gonna last?
It's not telling. 15, 20 years tops.
Oh, you think we got another 15, 20 years?
Possibly. Maybe
Oh,
shorter
he
than
just
that.
a baby. It ain't no 15, 20 more years, baby.
What you think?
I don't think we're gonna get past 2025.
You think it's
2025.
just gonna be like that?
It's coming fast. You know, I told you they done killed, or I think they either said 10,000 cows or 2,000 cows, somewhere in there. It's different scenarios. So, and you know, they're burning up food crops, paying farmers not to even grow. I haven't even seen anything growing on the way down here, did you? The sunflower farm, there were no sunflowers growing. They're getting paid to stop growing.
This country is on the last day. Is at its peak.
No, it ain't gonna last 15, 20 more years. This is the end of the beginning of something you have never experienced in your life. So,
That's why I said what makes us think some of that stuff can't happen to us that goes on in these other countries.
and if you want to get a head start as to what's gonna happen, just go ahead on and start researching
And then another thing, people
those countries that's going through famine and all that, and they give you an idea what you're gonna be getting, okay?
and all this, us separating, ain't gonna be no more of that. We're gonna have to come back together as a team to make something happen. Because we were doing it way back yonder, way back,
I
back
like
in the
that
day.
way yonder back then.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So now it's gonna come to a point where we're gonna have to eventually
Learn how to do
come
that
back
again.
together. Because see, you gotta think about it. We have, I can't. I'm gonna put it like this.
You wanna get in the camera?
I gotta go back out here real quick. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm speaking on black people right now, but we can speak of all people because it's gonna be all people that are gonna go through this. People have to come together. This is gonna be something different because we got different creeds of people here.
That's true.
So that's gonna make a difference. So now, if we get to that point, we gotta fight off these other type of people that may not like you. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So that's
true.
gonna throw a curveball in there. Because at one point in time, it was probably just maybe us and maybe some Native Americans or whatever. Now you got other groups. That's gonna make it even. That's gonna change it.
Do you know something?
Yeah.
I was walking in front of the house this morning, early morning, about 3 o'clock, because I can't sleep. You know how I be walking on that dirt road there. Do you know I could hear the wails and cries
Yeah.
of women and children coming down the road and had an encounter with them, and the cries.
So much pain. So much pain.
They were hungry. These people were hungry. They were in shock.
Yeah.
As they realized that, the life they once had, it was gone. And there was just like these guys, these men on the street with dirty clothes on, and they had weapons and stuff like that on them and stuff, and they were like I never seen that side of a human being, the desperation, where they were willing to harm women and children just to get what they want. They didn't care. Breaking in houses.
New Orleans was a piece of that. That was a piece. That was a crumb.
It was an experiment too.
Experiment back in 05. That was just a small taste.
They want to
of what
see
it was
how
like.
you're going to react.
Now imagine that on a country scale, maybe even a worldwide scale.
It's going to be the
No
world.
police, no law. Do what you want to do.
That's what we
Each
going
man for
to.
his own. And that's what's going to, that's going to lead to that. And pretty soon, once they pull that military out, you on your
Well,
own.
in Sri Lanka, the military is already out. They're just spraying water on the people.
Yeah.
They're spraying these people protesting. They want to eat. They're hungry. They got children. The worst thing I could ever see is to see my grandbaby say, eat. And he's not understanding
Yeah.
why we ain't put no food in his mouth. You know what I'm saying?
And like you said, it's going to be soon. I just pray that it won't be in our lifetime. Like you said, it could be soon.
I ain't gonna hold you up, but I sure appreciate you talking to me and everything.
We gotta get out.
Okay, and so I'm gonna have to end this live stream and everything. It's been so nice. Hey, Quinita. Quinita said, "Oh, Mama, I just walked up Stone Mountain. I felt the pain of women with child climbing that mountain." Yeah, and see, our government can be quiet as a mouse, and the president don't even have to necessarily speak on it. But everybody, deep down, their instinct is letting them know that this is the end. We can't be fooled no more. We know what's going on. So this is why there are helicopters right now that are spraying us. Type that, go to TikTok. Go to, somebody said, where else do I get my news? I go to Brighteon. Go to Brighteon. All these alternative places they just tell all. Go to those places. And there are countless helicopters spraying. Wonder what they're spraying. Use your imagination. There's some desperation going on here. Spraying the public and burning up food processing plants. Do the math. Killing livestock. The animals are suffering. That's horrible. It's almost like this is War of the World. Watch that movie, the very first one. War of the World, where these extraterrestrials came from somewhere else. And then when they got over here, they just took over the whole entire planet. This is what you got going on right now. These people, like your presidents and your Fauci's and Bill Gates or what have you, have been overtaken, infected with these life forms. I just see the light that's doing this here. Y'all see it? It's like, anyways, so it's been so nice. My son brought me down here, so I know I'm gonna have to leave. Hey, Devin. You can go to my website, Devin. Hey, Lily. Hey, Lily, how you doing? So no one here is gonna say they didn't know, because I've already told you. Hey, Nefer sisters, how you doing? Okay. She said, but those in denial think it's fear-mongering. These are the ones that are pretty much believing in, they continue to believe in the system. They're critically brainwashed, and they are the ones that are still believing in Jesus, that he's coming back. They said we don't have to worry about anything till he comes back. He's not coming back. He's not coming back. There is no man that can save you. Hey, Nakia. Hey, Sarah. Hey. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy wants me to list how he can pay for a reading. Go to my website, MotherWiz, WIZDOMTREE.com. Yes, time is moving fast, Quinitha, and this is because they're, messing with time scripts and stuff like that and timelines right now. I'm going to get on that, too. When I get home, I want to talk in depth about that. Hey, Indy, how you doing? Yeah, he is. Yeah, okay. Now, I got to tell y'all the story. It was story time about my son. I'm going to make it very brief. But when I was a baby, I was taken from my biological mother here in Selma. And my mother actually allowed my grandfather, and his name was Pa Willie, to raise me with his girlfriend Pick. And state of Alabama went to check on me, welfare check. I was not there. And she was told, they told us, so you better take us to wherever the baby is or we're going to put you in jail. And so she tried one time to get me and bring me, home. Because they said, next time we come here, you better be here with this baby. And so she went to try to get me, but the lady picked, which was her, actually, Paul Willie was her grandfather, okay? So he would be my great-great. And so the lady got a shotgun and said, I'll kill you and anybody else if y'all come and try to get my baby. So she got scared. So she came back and she didn't have a baby. And when it came back again and said, where's the baby? And she said, that the lady had threatened her to shoot her if she tried to bring the baby back home. So what she did, what they said is this right here. We're gonna go to her house and get the baby. So the lady, she knocked on the door, and the lady had the baby. And the same sheriff that was responsible for Bloody Sunday in '66 were the same sheriffs that brought took my mother to Pick's house to get me. So they didn't go on the porch. They saw the fear in my mom's eyes, and they made her go on the porch, knock on the door. The lady came out the door. She had me in her arm. She was still threatening. And they told her, get the baby. So the lady managed to give my biological mama me. And when she came out in the street with the baby, my Paul Willie, which is my great granddaddy, was screaming and crying, and Pick was screaming and crying, and my mom was screaming and crying, and they said they actually jerked me, like, because my mom was clinging to me, and my granddaddy, my great granddaddy, it was all holding, because just think about, you got this pretty little baby, because they said I was one of the most beautifulest babies. Now, everybody, all babies are beautiful. And said I had high standing loose curls. I don't know what happened to them. And so I was snatched by sheriffs, and they gave me to a social worker, and say that they left. So my biological mama said my great grandfather was on his knees. He was a frail, thin man. He about my age now. But back then, 55 was really, 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 really old back then. It's a different old than this old now. They got a lot of medications to keep us alive, And so he was down there, and he was just hollering and crying, ain't gonna make it without my baby, ain't gonna make it without my baby. So he died 2 weeks later. And Pick got up and she moved to Detroit. She passed before I could find them. But I couldn't imagine anybody snatching my grandbaby like that. It just breaks my heart to know that somebody could snatch my grandbaby. And I'm living the rest of my life wondering if this child is dead or alive. So mentally now, my mama is not too good right now. I talk to my mama, she's not good. I ain't gonna even get deep into that, but it really disturbed them a lot, and stuff like that. And I told her, I said, Mama, I am alive and I'm well, but we never was able to get anything kicked off because I was the product of someone else's family by that time. Matter of fact, they're having a family reunion and everything, and it started today. I ain't able to go to it. I'm not gonna be able to go to it. It's gonna be too hot, So anyways, so I said all this to say this right here. My son is my great grandfather. And guess what his name is? His name is Willie. He came back. God gave him back to me and gave me back to him. This is for people who believe in reincarnation. So my son is the reincarnation of, I'm the reincarnation of my grandmother. My grandmother had kidney problems, and I think she was right around my age when she died. She told my mother when my mother was carrying me, I'm not going to make it to see this baby. She died December of 1966. I was born February of 67. So I came back. Here I am. And I gave birth to, it would be like I would give birth to my grandfather. I do believe in reincarnation. I just believe we just come back. A lot of people might disagree, might think I'm crazy, but that's the story. Here's my son. My son, my Pa Willie, worked on trains. He loaded bales of cotton and fruits and vegetables on trains and wagons. And just today, I mean, since he was a child, he's been fascinated with gardening, trains. He could tell me all about trains, and I said, "You are my great grandfather." I wish I could get him in here. He knows everything about steam trains and how to load the boat. You should know some of these things, but he knows it. And he's like, "Mom, I wish I had a steam train." And he used to dig my gardens by hand and stuff like that. And they said Pa Willie loved it. For some reason, he loved to plant cotton seeds. And Auntie said, oh, he loved it so much that he'd haul up the road and say, whoo, and call this man's name, this white man that had all this land, call him, let him know he was on his way. He would hoot, whoo, I'm on my way, you know what I'm saying? He'd get out there and everything and tend to them fields and pick that cotton, pick corn and all of that. It was his love. It was his passion. He was a farmer. My grandmother, who I know I am the product of her, was a farmer. I'm still a farmer. I'm a farmer. You know what I'm saying? Just hadn't been having any luck because something is wrong with the weather. You understand? Something is wrong with the seeds, all by design. So we like in Alabama, we're agriculturists, we're farmers. If you want to call us fieldworkers, call us whatever you want to, but we're responsible for making sure, my ancestors were responsible for making sure that you had food on your table. And we did the hard work so you didn't have to, okay? I love my story time. You serious? Quinita said, I promise Mama look just like my grandma's grandma and my daughter. You know what? We might be some kin. When I did my Ancestry, oh my God, it hooked me up with so many people. There was, okay, and also my heritage hooked me up with a bunch of people, hooked me up with some people out in Mississippi and stuff like that. And the lady said she showed my picture to her son, and her son could not believe it. And she sent me a picture of her aunt. He said I look like her. He said that I look like their auntie, which would be his great auntie or what have you. And that lady looked just like me. My last name is Reeves by God-given birth. God-given birth, my father's name, I got to hold that for a minute, but my God-given name was, that keep bothering me. You know, I got these plants in here and stuff like that, so you're going to get a couple of gnats and stuff like that. But we're Reeves, so many Reeves and stuff, and I looked at all of them, they got the same face. So if you from Alabama, you from Mississippi or what have you, it's some kind of a way, we might be some relation, you understand? It had me related to, now this was Ancestry now. I'm not talking about the other companies I went to. Ancestry said I came from Virginia, which they tell all African Americans the same story. And I just skipped all over everything, came straight from Virginia down here to Alabama. It had Alabama, just about all Alabama, all of Mississippi, which kind of lines up because some of these people are from Mississippi, like Meridian. Meridian, what they had, it was all the way down to New Orleans. Pascagoula, Mississippi. And what else they said? Gulfport, Mississippi, down to New Orleans, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? And then the other one said, no, you're from. Everybody got something different. So what I take out of it, I think we all as African Americans and Caucasian Americans, I think we got a little bit of everything in us. We're all a big melting pot. So, we've just been all over the earth. So that's all that means. That's all that means. Hey, Chastain Stone, thank you for moderating. I do agree with you, Nefer sisters. I know that for sure the Amish will survive because they never stopped doing it the old-fashioned way. Even got sewing machines where they pedal with their foot. I'm around here putting my foot on the little foot thing that make it go. They pedaling with their feet. They spinning. All their cloth. They make their cloth. They dye their cloth. They didn't stop. They don't need electricity. So when they say, oh, the grid is shut down, there is no more electricity, they're going to still be pedaling it with their feet, doing their little thing, getting in their little house and buggy. We done got to depending on cost, gasoline, almost $6 a gallon pretty soon and everything. With the horse, they're going to survive. And the Mennonites, we have Mennonites here. They call them that here, like northern Alabama. We have a lot of Mennonites, and they're not going to talk to you. I've even tried to talk to one of the Mennonites, just keep moving. They have they're in their own bubble. They don't socialize, and they don't talk. And they come to the thrift store sometimes, here and there. They'll come to the thrift store, and I'm like, why are these Mennonites in here, but they only getting books? They just buy stacks and stacks of books. I guess they building a library or something like that. I ain't no telling. So, my thing is, if we don't survive this, don't fret. We'll reincarnate. By the time we reincarnate, somebody been figured out how to do it without the government. We done it before without the government. My mother told me that before the government, they bartered and traded. They didn't have money circulating. They gathered their waters and stuff like that from wells and stuff like that. Wasn't no utilities. My mama said she used a kerosene lamp, and they had a pot-belly stove to warm and cook with. Hey, Jules, she said, hey, would you explain a bit about that goat from your dream? Well, I'll talk to you all about it. I was out in the elements. All the houses were like either burned up, and I do believe that eventually they're going to burn up the houses, and they're going to demolish them by using weather war, like tornadoes, and by that time, your insurance companies will be folded up. No accountability. So if your stuff flood out, burn up, they're gonna just demolish it or whatever. But it was just ruins everywhere. And I was with a group of young ladies. I'm always with these group of young ladies. I don't know who they are, but in that place I know who they are. So they were with me. My hair is just y'all got to excuse it. When I wash it, it flattens down in the top, but it thickens back up. So this is my hair. Anyway, I just washed it yesterday. It's a lot of work to wash all this hair. So it's kind of got this, you think, oh, okay, it looks like it's got a film over it and everything, but most of what you're seeing is gray, and I've always had like dull looking hair, and it's always been brown, dirty brown all my life. I was sandy-headed when I was a child, you know what I'm saying? My mama is a redhead. My biological mama, so don't pay this no attention. It's flatness and all that. Man, look at that. So we were just, I was guiding these young women, and some of them had children and stuff like that. So we would have to stop and, get them water and everything, because it was busted pipes. So we was getting water out of busted pipes and things like that. It was really scary looking. Okay, he finna start crying in a minute. So it's really scary looking, and we were living in this place, and it had like bunk beds. But anyway, there was this black goat following me everywhere. It was a black goat following me everywhere I went, and the goat was telling me, it just kept chanting this. It said, "I replaced the lamb." Not me, but it replaced the lamb. It kept telling me it replaced the lamb. And I'm like, what? So it stuck with me. And I feel like it was like a prophet. The goat was a prophet. And I'll talk to you all about it later on. I appreciate you all coming out, because I'm going to start back up so we can finish talking about this. Okay? Because it's getting very interesting. It's a lot I got to catch up on. Okay? Sorry that I didn't get a chance to get to everybody, but I will get to everybody when I get back to the house. Okay? Bye-bye, y'all. Please rate and subscribe.